squirrels?
They are moose. There might be a squirrel, actually.
That's a squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at it upside down, and then I saw another one. I was like, that's a squirrel.
It's from the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or whatever it's called.
Brilliant. I love it. Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to My Aunt's Attic.
Welcome. We can't see you guys. I mean us, but you guys. Each other.
We're experiencing...
We're using the back camera, so we don't know.
It was nice
what
talking to you. Bye. I'm leaving. Jeez.
Whatever.
Doing good.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to My Aunt's Attic.
What she said.
Do you need a second?
I'm completely malfunctioning. It is.
I'm malfunctioning because my hair is wet. You've got skin in your lip.
Yeah.
Lip skin.
And then you just brought my attention back to it, and I'm super distracted.
Lip skin this time of year is really an epidemic.
Mm-hmm. I've been trying to kick the habit of chewing on the insides of my lips and everything because that's bad. I tear my mouth apart. Like, it's bad.
I have this thing that nobody else in my life has ever had where, and I think it's because I sometimes sleep on my face. But when I wake up, the insides of my cheeks are like basically bitten, but it's just because like my cheek was just sitting in between my teeth all night, and so that
like
flesh like died, and then it all just schluff. Is that a word?
Yeah, it is now.
It sloughs off like within a couple days, and it's just the most disgusting thing.
My mother once upon a time had dental work done, Novocaine, numbed it all out, but it numbed the rest of her lips and everything. And at night, she ended up chewing on her top lip to the point where it stretched all the way down. And then, of course, the Novocaine wore off, and so it was nothing but pure agony and pain. She didn't go to school for a couple days until that kind of shrunk back into her face.
Just stretched, like
her lip, the side of her lip, like stretched all the way down, like it was hanging down because she chewed on it in the night. And yeah, what was that?
I gulped.
That was so loud. That was a good one. Do it again.
I'm making a sound when I do it. It's not just my. I'm going in my voice.
But it's still a movie gulp.
Isn't it good?
Wait, can I?
That's so funny because I don't think the microphone heard it. I just heard that in real life.
That sounded like something plonking in a pond or something. Bloop. I don't know. But the whole reason that we are here today is this right here.
The whole reason we're here?
The whole reason. This is... No. Yes.
It looks like a baby, and I will say, better than the babies in Prince of Egypt that we saw. Those babies were too small.
So true. They were.
So, yeah, when we saw Prince of Egypt, go listen to Hot Moses.
Is that uploaded?
No. But it will be by the time this is.
We are... What are we? We're behind. We're behind
I'm
another
behind.
like 3 weeks or 3 weeks or something. Mary Grace is the worst. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, midterms.
She does all the work and everything, and then on top of being in school.
No.
So
you work a job, and you do more
for a couple hours a day. I have plenty of free time to take care of it. You're just better with the technology and everything. I just do the audio. You do all the visual everything. So, whatever. Point is, we're a few weeks behind. The whole reason I bring that up is not actually to pick on her or anything, just to say that if anything is time sensitive, we are behind.
It'll be okay.
It's fine.
Go listen to Hot Moses. Basically, we saw the Prince of Egypt in Rochester, and there were a lot of baby props in that musical, and they were all too small.
Like noticeably.
They were all like preemies that should have been in the NICU.
Yeah.
That is a healthy butterball right there.
So this...
What is it there?
So first and foremost, we have the snot rag. I finally brought
It came to life.
Rag. It did. It came to life. This is my snot rag. It's literally just a piece of fabric. It's my blankie. I love it. It's everything to me. And underneath of that is the next problem of my life.
What is it? A bunch of Palm Pals? What's going on?
Well, that's just the thing. So it's not Palm Pals, but Aurora, the company that makes Palm Pals, at this point, they really should sponsor us because
they should
I
sponsor
love them.
You.
They should. I am obsessed with them to the point it's diabolical. Honestly, I was looking through Palm Pals and everything, and then Went to Hobby Lobby, needed paint for another project. I'm looking through all the little booths and everything right in front of the cash register, and I saw a Snoopy and a Woodstock Pom Pow, and I was going to get those. But then I turned around to go to the cash register, and lo and behold, look what I saw.
What is that?
The cutest thing in the entire world.
Oh my god!
I was literally shaking with cuteness aggression. I was shaking in the store. It is
so
feel
round.
It is the softest
So
thing.
this is the same company?
It is the same company. This is a Spudster. They have an entire line of Spudsters.
This is so funny.
This is the cow.
What did you name him? Him or her?
Spud.
Spud.
No. Spud.
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 Can you spell that?
No. No, I cannot.
Spood.
Spud.
Is it spood?
No. It's Spud.
Oh, I know. It's like one
Spud.
of those Latin letters that puts an E and a U together to form a new third letter.
Sure. Yeah.
SPEU
U.
combination. Spud.
Spud.
Wait, that's still not right because that'd be
No.
spewed. Spud.
Spud. So it's not Spud. It's
Oh,
Spud.
UE maybe?
Maybe. Either way, it's just a dropped down,
Oh, an
nasally
accent.
Spud. Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
His name is Spud. All my other Pom Pals, I'm working on my collection of Pom Pals. I've got Reginald, Patricia, Georgina, Annette, Terrence. Did I say Patricia already?
Yes.
Margot. I have yet to find Phineas. He's out there somewhere. We're looking for the brother. He's missing. It's going to happen, though. And I just got Terrence. And now Spud.
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 That's such a great name to end on for right now. Spud.
And the most exciting thing is, so I was on their website for like an hour last night looking at literally every single thing they have. They have all different kinds of, not brands. It's one brand, but different styles. There we go. That's the word. Different
Thanks.
styles. This is the Spudster. I'm obsessed with the Pom Pals. Then lo and behold, I found that they had the party size Pom Pals. I ordered a cow in, how big is it? 13
So
inches.
is this a lap pal at this point?
But that it's 13 inches tall.
Okay.
The Pom Pals are 5 inches. They have the medium size, which is 8 inches, and then they have the 13 inches. So I got the 13 inches. Inched
On the cow?
inch. Yeah.
Wow.
So the cow's my favorite. Cows, while they are not my favorite animal, they are my favorite like land animal, I think, because obviously manatees are my favorite animal.
Yes.
Speaking of manatees, I also bought, they have another style called the Flopsy, and I did order a manatee of the Flopsy.
When I was a kid, I had a floppy cow, and it was just like, it probably had like beans or whatever like in all the limbs, so it was just so cozy and limp.
I mean, look at this thing.
That's hilarious though. The tail.
It is perfection. And it is hands down, I'm not exaggerating, it is the softest thing I've ever felt in my entire life.
It's very cute. It's very good.
I'm obsessed with him.
Spud.
And Spud.
I love when people name things Junior. Like just Junior.
Just Junior.
I think that's so funny.
Well, here's the thing. They have a whole, like I said, a whole big line of these. And on their website as well, they they have the Find Your Spirit Spud, which is
Like a
a
quiz?
Spudster. Yeah, we're doing the quiz today.
Okay, that's a great idea.
I already did mine. I was so excited. There's a skunk, one of these.
Aww.
It is so cute. 100% going to get it. I got the skunk, and the victory scream I scrumped when I got that skunk, it woke up the dead body I had in my backyard. Glad I don't have any neighbors next to me because that would have been a terrible thing to witness. But yeah, scream of victory when I got the skunk, and I'm here by myself. So while that happens, I'm going to bring up the website so that Mary Grace can find her Spudster that fits her. Everyone else, go to auroragift.com and figure out your plushie. Your, what's it called? Spud, whatever. Spudster. All by myself. I like to be all by myself. We're definitely cutting that out.
No, we are not.
Yeah, we are. Are you ready for this?
I am ready, I think.
Okay. We are going to find your...
Do you want to ask me the questions or do you want me to just fill it out and...
No, I'm going to ask you it.
Okay.
Because what fun is that? We're going to have everyone do it.
Play along at home. On the screen. Just
Yes.
kidding. No, we're not doing it. We're not doing that.
Okay, so you might have to do it yourself because it's not coming up anymore. Where is it?
On my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I look up?
Aurora Spudsters. Just Aurora.
I'm not left-handed. This is going to be a problem.
Oh, there it is. It had a link. Okay.
Okay, we're good? Okay.
We're in. So, type in your name, Mary Grace.
2 words, 1 space, no hyphen.
Are you ready to meet your spirit spud? What
Yeah.
is your exercising style? We're trying to reach 10,000
We're off
steps.
to
We're off to a hot
We're
start.
off to a hot start.
Yeah. So, we're trying to reach 10,000 steps a day. Love being outdoors. Does lifting a remote count? Or allergic to sweat?
Allergic to sweat.
You're allergic to sweat. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, what's your go-to snack? Homemade
Ooh.
cookies, any type of fruit, chips, or takeout?
I just love food.
Takeout? That's kind of a generalized
But I don't get takeout almost ever.
go-to snack. Don't think about it. too hard.
Go to. My mom recently, you know when you mention something one time and then your parent buys you like a million of that thing?
Yeah.
Well, one day I was like, I really like these frozen peas, Mom. I now have a 4-pound bag of frozen peas that my mom got me. So I've kind of been chipping away at those.
Hold on. You like the frozen peas themselves? Just
Frozen.
Am I talking to a psychopath right now?
They're crunchy. I also add
I'm
them
alone
to
in a
things.
house with a psychopath.
I add them to things, but I do like to eat them frozen. Should try it. Have you ever tried it? All right. They're crunchy.
That's not an option.
No. But also, you know the scene in Chicken Little when
It's been like 20 years since I've seen that.
there's a part where they're like trying to reason with like, you know, when he thought that the sky was falling the first time, and they're like, maybe it was just frozen pea from a jet. And she's like, remember when that happened? Abby's like, remember that happened? Some guy thought whatever, but it was just frozen pea. And then, what's his name? Pork? What's his name? Runt. But he's huge. He's like, yeah, it was frozen pea. Frozen pea. That's all I think about when I say frozen peas.
I am confounded.
You just gotta see the movie.
I'm
Anyway.
confounded.
Lately, it's been frozen peas because I have a 4-pound bag I have to get through. But probably chips. I'd probably say chips.
Okay.
Pretend I didn't say any of that. It's frozen pea.
How long are your naps? Under 30 minutes, power nap. A solid 1 hour snooze. Does 4 hours count as a nap? Naps? Who needs them?
Do 1 hour.
Okay.
Even though it's like 2 or 3.
Okay. Still considered a nap, but
Yeah.
okay. So you're chilling on your couch and suddenly there's a knock at the door. What do? Do you jump out of my couch to check who it is? Wait for them to stop and sneak a peek through the peephole?
Hide.
I'm sure it wasn't important. Someone knocked?
What was the second one?
Wait for them to stop and sneak a peek through the peephole.
Wait for them? I don't understand.
Wait for them to stop knocking.
To stop
at the door?
knocking?
Yeah, and then leave.
Oh, yeah. That one. Probably. Hey, can I tell a story really quick?
Sure.
The other night we were all like chilling. I would think I was like at the dinner table and there was not a knock, but someone came in. I heard the door open and I went, Mom, sister, me, we're all home. Like I literally like went like, and I looked at both of them like just to confirm their existence and I was like, okay, so it's not either of them. So who's in the house?
That's like the friends thing. There's a knock on the door and they're all looking around. They're like, everybody's here. Like, we don't know anybody
Right.
else. Like, what's happening?
But there wasn't a knock. There was just an open. And there was a, hello? But they
Oh.
were already inside. And my mom was in the kitchen, I think. And I was like, someone's here. And I opened the door and it's just these two people standing in that little landing. And they're like, hi. And they go, Chris? And I looked at my mom. I was like, and I opened the door like a crack because we have like 2 doors. So it's like the outside door and then there's like a door to the kitchen. And I opened it like a crack and I was like, just like kind of staring at them, honestly. And they're like, hi, Chris. And I was like, and I just looked at my mom and she was like, Chris? Like, yeah, is this Chris? And I was like, no, I think you got the wrong house. How did they get that far?
That's bold.
Right.
To do that without being 100% sure you know where you are. That is
How did
bold.
they get fully inside and still not know and see me and dog? And they're like, yeah, we didn't think Chris had dogs. And I was like,
that's crazy.
Oh, I wish I was a violent person. And I wish I killed them. No, I don't. But that was like crazy, right?
That's crazy. So this like logged out for a second, so I had to redo it. So you're saying wait for them to stop and sneak a peek through people? Okay.
That is what I do.
Very good. I'm usually like the freeze, pretend I'm not here. Maybe they'll go away.
Hide.
Like, it's not important kind of thing.
Try to stop breathing so they can't hear me.
Yeah. Yep. So what's your morning routine? Jump out of bed, ready for productive day. Hit snooze just 5 more times. Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. Or now it's bedtime.
Probably the last one. That's funny. I do feel that way.
What's your approach to dinner? Microwave meals are my specialty. Order takeout, problem solved. Cook, I just snack all day until bedtime. Or a nutritious and tasty meal like a pro chef.
So it's takeout.
Microwave meal, takeout, snack all day, nutritious and tasty meal.
Probably snack all day.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
It's Friday late at night and your friend suggests a hike at 6 a.m. tomorrow. What's your response?
No.
That's not an option?
I can't. I'm dead.
Yes.
I can't. I'll be dead.
Yes, let's hit the trails. Pretend you didn't see the message.
No,
considering that I texted you like a half hour and no response.
Didn't see the message. I was in the shower physically.
Okay.
And I was doing that. Do you ever do that thing where you get the notification that you have low battery and I just leave it there? Like, say I'm watching a YouTube video. I had a YouTube video playing while I was in the shower and it says 20% low battery. I'll leave that notification there as if that freezes the battery in time. Because if I don't acknowledge it, then it's stuck at 20%.
That's not how that works.
That's not how it works, but that's what I do. So I was definitely not seeing your message because I was stuck on that notification screen.
Oh my good Lord.
For the past half hour while I was in the shower.
What YouTube video are we watching?
I was watching Danny Gonzalez. Shout out.
I don't know who that is.
I have a YouTube video to recommend to everybody in the world. It's by Drew Gooden. It's called Technology Isn't Fun Anymore. Go watch that.
Truth.
It's really good.
So pretend you didn't see the message. How about a sunset hike? Or cough, I'm sick.
The sunset one, probably.
Folks, it's time. It's happening.
Oh.
I don't know why. My nose is watering like crazy. Guess what?
My nose is watering?
I think it knows my snot rag is around, so it's going for it.
You're like an old person with their kerchief.
It's so gross. Anyway, you're at a big party. What's your vibe? Love it. I'm always the life of the party. Just having fun with my besties. Quality over quantity. I wish I was in bed. Or sneaking out without saying goodbye.
The besties
the
one.
Irish goodbye. Besties.
My friends and I started, which is really funny. Okay, so I mentioned, I think it was 2 weeks ago that I've been playing Minecraft. And for the first week maybe, all of my dreams were in Minecraft. It was kind of scary, but also in my dream, because we'll like all get on a phone call and then we'll play Minecraft together. And somebody was just like Irish and they just left.
They just said the word Irish.
So I had a dream that we started saying Irish instead of goodbye. And it's not an Irish goodbye at all. We'll be like, all right, Irish guys, I'm going to bed.
That's quite literally the opposite of an Irish
But we started doing that.
That's actually kind of funny.
All right, I'm going to Irish.
That's so funny. I love that.
It.
That's great.
My dream came true. And I've stopped dreaming in Minecraft, thank goodness.
That is kind of weird.
But the besties one probably.
Gotcha. Okay. And lastly, what is your favorite potato dish? Potato salad, baked potato, mashed potatoes, fries.
Well, we know how I wrote that award-winning essay. Actually award-winning about mashed potatoes.
But then you also like your baked potatoes at the
I
fair.
love my baked potatoes at the fair. There's a video of me carrying like 6 of them. What was the last one?
Fries.
Not that.
There's too much variety with fries. Some are good, some are not. I didn't choose that either. Wait, what did I choose? I did choose fries because I didn't like either one.
I like fries, but I'm not obsessed with them.
Out of those ones, I did choose fries, but they're all good because it's potatoes.
Baked potato.
I figured. Okay. Uno momento. I'm guessing you don't want me to add your email, so I'll add mine.
You gotta add an email. You can add mine.
You can't? You want me to? Okay.
Doesn't matter.
You have to get on there and check your result.
Oh, I have to. Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Do I? Optional. Enter your email to receive the results of your Spudster match. Yeah. What's your email?
It's my full name at gmail.com.
Mary Grace De Palma at Gmail. Not Gmail. Gmail.
It is kind of Gmail if you think about it.
I don't know why you saying that just made me think of The Princess Bride, but it did.
Okay.
I just recently watched that. Your spud is...
Oh no. Oh no.
I just don't think...
Is it fitting or not?
No.
That's okay.
It's crazy cute.
What is it?
Taco the Orange Tabby.
What the freak?
It's really cute. You're just not a cat person.
No.
That was somewhat disappointing.
I'm bummed. But although I would be a cat if I was an animal, I think. If I could could pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fitting,
but I don't think it fits like my aesthetic.
It doesn't. The cats don't fit you. You fit cats.
Yeah.
You know? Like what you said. If you were an animal, you would be a good cat. But
yeah.
I'm having so many issues right now.
Sorry.
Crazy cute though. Really, really cute.
It's okay. I mean, I haven't seen any of the other ones, but
let me tell you, like I said, I was scrolling through them. Let me bring up oh my gosh. Crazily enough, the snail is getting me. I keep looking at this stinking snail.
I gotta see that.
Look at this. It's so cute.
Really
I don't know
cute.
if the camera can see it.
It reminds
but
me of like Dragon Tales or something. I don't know why.
Cute.
That's pretty
the
cute.
The little shell thing than Dragon Tales. Yeah. Look at the bitty bunny. It's so cute. They're all
those remind me of like
cute
stuffed animals I had when I was a kid. Just
the elephant,
the
so
colors.
Cute. Look at the skunk though. The skunk is what I got. Look at that.
Okay, that's the best one.
That is amazing. It's amazing.
That's really good. I had to make a mood board for school today. And so all week I've had to take my own like photos of stuff that I thought would like fit my aesthetic and like make a mood board. And I want to know your thoughts if it's accurate or not.
Beyond accurate. Post a picture of the video.
It's cool, right? It's not bad.
That is so you.
I took a lot of pictures. I took all of those too. Like none of those from the internet. Well, the color palette is from the internet.
Beautiful.
But
that was really gross.
But yeah,
that's perfect. You know what fits me?
It was really fun.
You know what I think also fits me really perfectly? The opossum.
Okay.
The opossum. So cute. 100% getting this one.
I don't know how much I love possums. They kind of creep me out a little bit.
I actually love possums. I love skunks. I love raccoons.
Possums and ferrets.
Oddly enough, though, the raccoon one of these is not as cute as the other ones. I mean, still wicked cute.
I think I saw like 4 dead raccoons on my way home today.
Don't say that. That makes me so sad.
So many raccoons.
But seriously, this opossum is making me want to kill myself. It's so cute.
That's really funny.
It's so cute. The little curly tail. Oh my god.
I just always think of the ones from Ice Age.
Oh yeah.
The little brothers, and they would hang upside down.
So those are actually, I feel like,
well, there's
more
something extinct, right?
possum. Well, yeah. But those I think would actually be fitting because possums and opossums are two different animals.
I had this discussion with somebody the other day.
Yeah.
Regional, right?
Opossums are around here and they're much more vicious looking rodent like.
Yeah.
Whereas possums, I believe, are Australian and they're very adorable little marsupial looking, precious little.
Love that word.
Yeah. Marsupial?
Yeah.
Marsupial. It's a good one. It's good. You know what else is good?
That spud.
I'm and like I said, I bought a 16-inch manatee Flopsy. That's coming. So cute. And what's crazy is, so manatees are my absolute favorite animals. Literally, I was doing some research because I have plans for next winter anyway. But I was doing some research and I'm just scrolling through some pictures. And I'm literally at Barnes & Noble, sitting in the cafe in public, crying. Just because I'm looking at pictures of manatees. I love them so much.
When?
Like 2 days ago.
I'm crying. Today.
I was crying. No, I'm at work and I'm okay. I wasn't going to say anything because nothing's for sure yet. I don't even know if it's going to be able to happen. But my plan that I'm trying to get to happen is that next winter during busy season, I'm going to go down to Florida and work at one of the manatee tour guide places. That's the plan. I'm trying to see if they will hire just seasonal people, like 2 months of work during busy season. If that's possible, I will go down. If not, well, then I'm just going to go down and swim with some manatees for a little while. Either way. But yeah, like I said, I was doing some research. Where was I going with this? Oh.
Were you crying about it?
I was crying over pictures of manatees. And the problem, though, is that oddly enough, usually the stuffed animals are cuter than their inspiration. Like, this is technically cuter than a real life cow.
But not manatees?
Not manatees. The stuffed animal manatees never capture the overwhelming cuteness of a manatee.
Interesting.
The Flopsy, the Aurora Flopsy, is the closest thing I've ever seen. It is wicked cute. It is so cute. It is real close to being as cute as the real thing. So I did buy it. And I'm real excited about it. But for now, I've got my Spud. And he is perfect.
One stuffed animal that I always love, except I don't love the Palm Pals one, is just like a bumblebee.
Yeah.
The Palm Pal is not right.
I still have not received any response on my Gonk inquiry. So they need to work on that. And also, I'm really curious to know who is putting in their 2 cents on what should become a Palm Pal. Because
you might have to work there as like a designer, no?
I think I might, because we'll
get you in. We can get you in.
They have a pencil. They have a bottle of ketchup, a bottle of mustard. They've got a package of crayons. They have a
4-leaf clover, which I don't think really works that I saw.
I actually do really like the bread. Or there's buttered toast.
Yes,
toast.
I'm a big bread fan.
I did like that one. So what happened was I was scrolling through the website. This entire episode is going to be about Palm Pals. Sorry, I'm completely obsessed with them. I was scrolling through the website and I was just putting everything into my cart to see how much I would accumulate. I was like halfway through their inventory and I was over $300 worth of stuffed animals.
Oh my gosh.
I have a problem.
I think you need to become a figure skater.
Yes. Just for the stuffies.
And then just put a word out that you love Palm Pals, and I'm sure that people will just throw them at you.
Squishmallows, done. The Jellycats,
Squishmallows
overrated.
are not good. Some Jellycats are very cute, but they're so expensive. Eric and I were just talking about this because Eric got me a little sushi, and it looks like a Jellycat. It's like the same style with like the little legs, but it's not a Jellycat. And he's like, "Yeah, Jellycats were so expensive." I was like, "Yeah, they're like a collector thing. They're not like stuffed animals anymore."
Overrated. So, Aurora is where it's at.
Yes, although I do like that Jellycat has like eggs. They have like cheeky boiled egg.
Palm Pal does too.
An egg?
Yeah.
With feet though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I love
Does
that.
the Jellycat not have feet?
No, it does. But the feet are different.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Jellycats have, like,
Long
palm
stem
pals
legs?
have, like,
The circle, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the little circle ones. They're plushier.
I don't know what I like better.
I don't want like long stringy legs. That's
They're
weird.
not stringy. They're just.
Look at these little
That's
nubbies.
not even.
Look at the little
That reminds me
nubs.
of Belly. That's what Belly has going on.
I love it. I love
Have
it.
you seen Belly? Have you been keeping up with Belly?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The dog without arms.
Oh.
No,
No.
you don't keep up?
I saw one TikTok, I think, of that dog. And I
love
don't know
it.
if it was the same one.
I love that dog.
Yeah. So soft. Are you going to go get movies with me?
Yeah.
Did you still want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Why would I not want to?
I don't know.
Do you have something particular you're looking for?
I want the Pirates of the Caribbean. I have 2 of them. I want to get the other 3 that I don't have.
I haven't been there in a while.
I also want the Puss in Boots movies.
The Last Wish.
I want all of them.
This is a great transition to what I wanted to say.
I also want the rest of the Shrek. I have 1 Shrek.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I have for Shrek. I wanted to tell you about this. So I have this professor this semester. And you know when you have a professor and they're just like the best person in the whole world, like that you've ever met in your whole life?
Yep.
This is him. He's the best person ever. He's so funny. And he is so legit and so real. And this is one thing I've never experienced before, but it's my new favorite thing. He does not turn the lights on.
Love that.
He will close some of the blinds, have 1 or 2 open, and he keeps the lights off the whole time. It's amazing. And it's so funny because I didn't even notice it, but I have 2 classes in the same room, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And in the afternoon, I was like, why am I so miserable? Why am I so miserable every afternoon in this same classroom? Why is it so hot and disgusting in here? And he just always turns the lights off, and I think it's so perfect. I can actually pay attention, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't even notice that that's what it was. But
It's one of
Anyway.
those things that you don't appreciate for what it is.
yeah,
But having the lights on is actually so overstimulating
Yeah.
and takes away so much from this.
They're
Sounds
so
so
bright.
ridiculous. I know how ridiculous this sounds, but it's so legitimate that it takes away from your concentration on other things. And so
Yeah.
when you don't have that taking up so much of your mental bandwidth, which sounds stupid, I understand
no,
that,
it's
but like
true.
having the lights on is like overexposure, and you're thinking about that or subconsciously thinking about it rather than thinking about your studies. And so when it's off,
Yes,
atmosphere
I'm
is
so much
immediately more
at ease.
chill.
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, he's just the best person in the world. He, on the very first day of class, he went through the attendance and just like, looked at everybody in the face and was like, okay, Mary Grace, got people's nicknames written down, had pronunciations, whatever. And he goes, he's looking at the attendance. He's like, all right, I've only done this once, but, and then he called out every single student by name. He already had them memorized. After one time, he knew
Wow.
everybody. Some people first and last names, nicknames, pronunciations, little backstory if like he asked for it. And I was like, he's so crazy. I love him.
That's pretty sick.
He knew everybody. It was so fast too, and he did it like 5 times in a row just so that he had it.
Cemented in.
I was like, yo, I've had professors that don't even know my name by the end of the semester.
Yeah. And there's other professors that they're trying, but they just can't get. I had one, my ecology teacher, but he had a ton of students in his class. And he still truly, you could tell he was making an effort to remember everybody's names.
Yeah.
And he would intentionally create times in class where he would be calling on people more to
Mhm.
test himself, really,
Yeah.
on remembering people's names. And he would be so close because a lot of times he was almost memorizing like where people sat. And so he would be one person off.
Yeah.
He would call on this person, be like, say a name, and it's like, it's actually the person next to them.
Yeah.
But it's like, you could tell he was trying. He's just not getting it right. But he
Yeah.
was so genuine and sweet about literally everything. My ecology teacher, I adore him. He actually made me love ecology. He was so passionate about his study that it made other people passionate about it, which I never thought was going to be possible. But yeah, I really liked ecology because of him. And then my first stint in college, I had a professor. I will never forget him, Laney Ross. He was so precious. Shorter guy. He always wore a little beret and he had the cutest little lisp. And I knew I was dropping out of college. I just continued going to that class because I enjoyed the class. But come finals, I was like, I'm dropping out. I could not care less about this. I'm not going in and taking a test. Like, it's just not happening. So I wasn't I wasn't there. And I was actually exercising. I was on the like elliptical or something, and I was going hard at it. So I'm like out of breath, sweating when I get a phone call.
He called you?
He called me. He got my friend to give him her phone to call me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hello? He's like, hey, Danielle, it's the final day. Are you coming? And I'm like, no, Professor Ross, I'm not coming. It's okay. And he's like, well, if you try and submit, I can try and get you a passing grade. And I'm like, you're so cute. It was so precious.
Wow.
That is the type of person that everybody should aspire to be. To just be genuine and kind, and to just do one additional thing to maybe go out of your way to make someone else's life a little bit, those are the people that I aspire to be. He is so precious. Oh my gosh. And that's the thing. Like, those are the people you remember.
Yeah.
The ones who are just genuine and just, they're not even doing anything above and beyond. Although calling me just to see, that was really above and beyond of any professor.
That was really, wow.
It's really, really sweet.
Yeah.
So, and then also I was just thinking about a couple of my class, like, I'm not going to say who it was because I adore this teacher. And so that's why it kind of shocked me that it didn't happen. That I was always a good student. I think we were just talking about it the other day with somebody that I cannot wrap my head around people just not submitting their work.
Right.
After I just got done saying I didn't show up for a final, like, but that's different. But if like you're actually in school, you're paying to be there and everything, you submit your work. You at least try to do it.
When people don't go to class, I'm like,
why are you here then? What's the point? So I've never understood not submitting work. If you don't understand the material, at least turn it in so that the professor knows that you're at least trying, that you're something's going on here. But there was one class that I accidentally did not submit a work. I did it. I just hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
There was like a save your work and a submit your work.
Yep.
And they were right next to each other. I accidentally hit save, not submit.
Yep.
And so towards the end of the year, I was going through just making sure everything was all set to go. And I saw that it was missing. And I'm like, gut wrench, like, oh my God, like it tanked my grade. I didn't even know it. I emailed her and I was just like, please understand. Like, I did it. It's been sitting. It's been done. I promise you, like, I'm not lying to you. I'm a good student. Like, please accept this. She did accept it and everything, which was totally awesome. But my thing is, like, if you're a professor and you see that a good student of yours that never misses anything doesn't
I don't know
have
how
something
people
submitted,
don't notice.
Why wouldn't you tell your student, hey?
I mean, I would
absolutely, like, I would absolutely say, hey, what's going on? Get this in. What, but she never said anything to me. Like, had I not gone and checked, I would have had that missing grade. So it was kind of surprising to me because.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's hard for me to say because I don't know the mindset. I'm sure.
I mean, they have a ton of students.
Maybe
they have a ton of things.
You're not really paying attention to like what's not done, and you're just grading what you have, and so maybe it's not as easy to know. I don't know. I don't know the perspective, but I'm with you. I would say something if I noticed. Yeah. Anyway, the reason I bring him up is because his class. So he's like a film teacher, but this class is like communications. It's writing for like media. And any chance he gets, and he's totally serious about it, he uses Puss in Boots: The Final Wish as an example of like great cinema. We'll be like talking about like, okay, so like this, we're learning about a story arc that, it's kind of like that scene in Puss in Boots: The Final Wish. Have you guys seen that? Any chance and he's totally serious, and I just burst out laughing every single time. But all the students are like, oh yeah, it is like that. I'm like, what are we talking about?
You know what? I feel
Why
like
are we talking about Puss in Boots: The Final Wish. Or the
I
Last
feel
Wish?
like the very first class of his, he should just show that movie. That should be the introductory
class.
class.
Brought it up, I think, 3 different times as an example of whatever it is we're learning.
He absolutely should show it in class.
So funny.
Just to set the precedent for the whole thing. Like, this is what films should aspire to be.
He cracks me up. He also said this one thing that I thought was so funny, and he was like, I don't know, at the beginning of class, like just like when people are getting seated or whatever, he'll just like talking about whatever his day, just rambling. And he was saying how that morning he'd been like sanding down his walls and getting them ready to be painted, and how he didn't wear like a mask while he was sanding. And so like he's gonna have a bunch of white stuff in his nose, and he's like, he was sniffling. He's like, yeah, I've got like white snot and like it's disgusting. Da, da, da. And he like paused and he's like, does anyone else want to share a personal fact? I was like, I love that.
That's amazing.
He's so good.
That's good. That's good.
He's so funny, dude.
Oh,
Such a cool guy.
It's teachers like that always kind of re-sparked my interest in becoming a professor or
Right?
becoming a teacher. I always have like history.
Why are they either awful or the best person you've ever met in your whole life?
I met an in-between. I'm still confounded by this man. I
didn't know that was possible.
As a person, I really liked him. I really, really liked him. He just had this kind of no-nonsense, straightforward, sarcastic yet dry, witty, and I just really liked him as a person. But as a professor, garbage. Absolute garbage professor. I thought you were going to read something.
I am going to.
Okay.
But you go ahead, please.
But no, he knew a lot about his subject, but it was just, he didn't know how to be a teacher of the subject.
Well, that's, yeah.
So the structure of his class was just abysmal. It was just terribly structured. It was, you're not supposed to read off of your slides, but you could have something of a reference. You could have names, dates.
No, what was on there?
A picture.
Oh, gosh.
It was just a title and a picture. And I'm like, that is pointless.
Because you can't even look back at that. Like, say they have it provided on the website and you're like, oh.
No, it was completely
you cannot
useless.
Gain anything from that.
He's rambling off all these dates and times and places and names and everything. And then so many times people had to say, what was the name?
Yeah.
How do you even spell that?
Yeah.
When was it? And just repeating it over. I'm like, if you had the basic facts put up, you wouldn't have to waste time repeating yourself over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It was so poorly structured. And you could tell, because it was what was the name of the class? Oh, it was the politics class that I tried to make you take with me, so I wasn't alone.
Oh, heck no.
Well, I like politics enough to actually take it, and it was a good class. I keep seeing a hair in front of my face.
Yeah, there is a little.
I keep seeing it.
A little rogue. This? Yeah, it keeps falling down.
Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. Yeah, he knew his politics and everything, but you could tell he was greatly skewed to one side. And if you are a professor, it is your responsibility to put yourself right in the middle to be able to,
of course,
and he did not. He was really skewed to one side.
I've had so many professors, even if it's not politics, I've had so many people make it so obvious. I had one professor rambling about the recent election, and then she like finished her ramble and she was like, oh, I shouldn't talk about it. I'm like,
yeah,
you did though.
This is not your therapy session.
Anyway, I'm gonna start a new segment.
Okay.
Hopefully not. It's called Did My Professor Read My Email? This is not the professor I was just talking about.
Or do you have something to actually read?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get up then and read. Just keep
Where
read.
are you going? Okay. This segment is called Did My Professor Read My Email? What? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good point. We have no idea what the time is going to be. Cool. Well, can you hear me? She's in the bathroom with the door open. Oh, the hair. Do you want me to wait? Okay. So this is not the professor I was just talking about. This is a different professor. So I'm in this media production class, which is what that collage thing that I just showed you. I had to take a bunch of pictures for it. And we're using these it's like a Canon R8. It's like a really nice photography camera. And he has they're all set to manual focus. So each time you are trying to take a picture, you have to turn like the lens and manually focus on the subject, which is so infuriating because like if you move a little bit, you have to like refocus it. And a lot of your pictures come out of focus, whatever. Well, I went to use my camera that I like had checked out from the school yesterday, and I went to click the shutter button and it was like flashing MF, 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 and it wouldn't take a picture, which stands for manual focus. And so I'm looking it up and it's like, take your camera out of manual focus. Make it autofocus. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not allowed to. That's the whole point of the assignment is I have to learn how to manually focus this camera. So I emailed him. And I tried. Okay. We learned in class, because these are shared cameras, you know, we check them out from the school. Sometimes people change the setting on it. So the first thing you do is you reset to the factory setting. That way you could go from there. You just start it over. I also turned it on and off. So I emailed him. Hi, Professor. I'm having some trouble taking photos with my camera. When I press the shutter button, there's an MF that flashes on the screen. I'm trying to do some research. I'm trying to do some research and figure it out. People are saying, you know, to turn it on autofocus, which obviously I can't do. I tried resetting the camera settings and turned it on and off. Let me know. From Mary Grace DePalma. Hello, Grace. Off to a hot start. I'm not sure what setting it is on for you, but I would recommend resetting the camera to its factory settings. Okay, I did say that I said that I did that. I said I tried resetting the camera settings. Okay. Remember, in Lectured, I said the first thing you should do when checking out a camera is to reset the settings from the last user. And then he tells me how to reset the settings.
Oh my good
If
lord.
you go to the menu, it's the wrench icon at the top.
You should tell him how to read
reset.
an email.
That didn't help. Did he read my email? What do we think?
100% yes, he did.
He did read it?
He read it. He skimmed it in a way that was just like...
Bro, he didn't even see my name? My name is in my email. It's Mary.DePalma. There's not even a Grace in it.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, no, that's the sad thing is they'll read it. They'll kind of comprehend the general gist of it. They'll pick what they want out of it, and then they'll just...
Wasting his own time. Don't worry, I figured it out. I looked it up. I had to change a setting so that it would take a picture even though it wasn't in focus. Good grief.
I emailed... No. It was an online test. I see the hair again.
Pull it out.
Well, it's a chunk of hair. It's like this whole section.
That I don't know about. That's your widow's peak.
But I had like an online test or something that I had to submit for anthropology. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of an open book thing. And there was this one question over this one type of culture and this one tradition within the culture and the purpose behind it. And I kind of wrote out what I had studied and what I had gathered from the information. And I sent it in and he emailed me back. He was trying to get more information over this one question because again, I'm a good student. And so he caught the fact that I was like not on with it.
Okay.
And so he was trying to get me to get the answer correct, which I love the man for doing that. He was so fantastic. And he kind of kept emailing back and forth trying to say, okay, but what about this aspect of it? And like, what are they doing here? Yeah. And again, I was just kind of referencing the book that I was reading and I was like, well, it says that they do this because of this reason. And so I kept just reiterating the same thing, but in different ways. Cause I'm like, is he not getting what I'm saying? I don't know what's happening here. And then eventually I just said, I'm not sure that I understand. I'll go ahead and take the point deduction on this. Can you let me know what you're trying to get at? Yeah. And he said, well, and then he explained the answer to it. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see that answer in the book. He wrote the book.
Yeah, he did write the book.
I'm telling him what's in his own book.
I know he did write it. Because when you said the book, I was like, you mean the one he wrote?
The one he wrote. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, that wasn't in the book. And I'm like, and then after I was like, oh my gosh. I was like,
he's like, it better be.
Drop me into a freaking volcano.
Okay. That's really funny. No,
he was brilliant. His book was brilliant. I loved it. But like,
when you said like the book, I was like, wait. I knew that's where I was going.
Yeah, he wrote it. I loved that class. I would love to take it again. I loved that.
I still have my book somewhere, don't I?
Do I still have No, I think that was one I had to return. That's another scam. Pay $300, $400 for a rental book.
I don't do it. I never do it. Crazy. I did it, I think, my first semester and never again.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sing the rest of it. That's
You can sing. I was gonna say something.
You know what's stupid?
Huh?
I love to sing, and after taking lessons for almost 3 years, I can sing. I always say I can carry a tune and not very pretty bucket. But if I actually legitimately sing, I can.
Yeah.
I cannot sing in front of people and be serious about it.
No.
Like I
You're
immediately
right.
have to be a joke about it.
Yes.
Like I have to.
Yes.
Like, I
You
don't
do
know why.
always make a joke of it,
I can't do it for real.
and it's funny because I want to be like, that was low key really good, but like you've made a joke out of it, so I'm like,
yeah, I can't
Okay.
be serious about it. It's so
no, I
stupid.
know, that's so funny.
I did actually try to audition for a couple things, and it was more the dancing aspect. I'm a good dancer. It's just when you're literally, they have
I'm such a bad dancer.
this 16 bar sequence of a dance that you have to learn literally right then and there. I'm gonna screw it up. Okay, I
I'm
can't
such
learn
a
a
bad
dance
dancer. I took dance from when I was maybe 8 until I was like 14, and I was always very bad. And my parents always made me do it. And one time when I was older, I was maybe 12 or 13 when this happened. I was in ballet class, and I was like just goofing around, and I like kicked my leg up. I was pretty flexible. It was all good, except the foot that was on the floor wasn't. Like it was midair for some reason. So when I kicked my foot up, the foot under me swept, and in a silent room of judgmental ballet girls, I just smacked my skin onto the floor, and I felt like a whale. And everybody's just like what? We weren't even doing anything yet. Like I think we were just like still coming into the room, and I was already on the floor.
That's fantastic. One of the times that I fell during
Yeah, for sure.
fell during show choir practice, made it into the end of the year banquet.
What?
So it was just practice, and we were doing a change, and I had to go down from like the second or third riser. I had to go all the way down to the front onto the floor. Well, as I'm walking down, somebody stepped into my path, and I'm like, we had this thing down, so I don't know why you were in my path. This was
their
not
fault.
It was 100% their fault. They were
Yeah.
not where they were supposed to be. I'm going my path. They stepped in me. I ricocheted off of them, stepped back, but then my heel hit the back of the riser, or technically the front of the riser.
Oh.
I stumbled up onto the next one, did the same thing, tripped on the next riser behind that one, fell down.
Oh man.
And then because everyone was like moving around and whatever, I ended up rolling all the way back down 3 risers onto the floor. And that story made it into the end of the year banquet.
Aww.
Our director was up there, and she was like, okay, this next performer, she was this, and this, and then she took a tumble, blah, blah, blah. And I was
Why
like,
would she do that?
it was hilarious. Honestly, it was fantastic.
I don't
No,
know.
actually, the best part
That
about
made me
it
sad.
was it took me 10 minutes to complete this fall sequence. And at the very end of it, another kid, super sweet kid, I'm sprawled out on the ground for a good solid second. And then he goes, oh, as if he's going to catch me.
That's awesome. That's
It
so
was
good.
so cute. Oh, man.
I hate being clumsy.
But no, so before, like when I say I took 3 years of singing lessons,
Mhm.
that was just my own time,
Yeah.
my own money, just because I had a friend in massage therapy school who's a professional singer.
Wow.
And I asked him, I was just like, would you be willing to teach me? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we did lessons for like 2 years, once a week for like 2 years. And then we
Wow.
had to take a little bit of a break. And then I did it for another year. And I finally actually learned how to hear myself.
Yeah.
I was quote unquote tone deaf all through middle school, high school while I was in choir. They never actually teach you how to sing. They're just
Right.
like, here's some music, here's the notes, sing. And it's like, okay, well, if I cannot hear the notes in my own head, how am I supposed to sing them? So I
Yeah.
never learned how to sing in high school. So I was never part of, we called it the St. C Singers, which was like the best of the best singers and everything.
Mhm.
Then you have show choir, you have your regular choir, you have all the different things.
You and Eric were in these like fancy, like award-winning choirs in high school. What is that?
Well, show choir, I wanted to do it all 4 years of high school. And so I auditioned 8th grade going into freshman year. I auditioned. But again, I wasn't a good singer. So I had to really depend on my dancing. And I am a decent dancer. I have some rhythm. But the problem with it was I let my anxiety get the best of me. I messed up on one move, which was just, I started to go the wrong direction and it would have been so easy to recover. But again, anxiety. I looked over to my partner, who happened to be a guy, and there was very few guys. All guys got in no matter how bad they were, unfortunately. I looked over to him and he was just like standing there. So I couldn't even go off of what we were doing with him. I couldn't even reference him to be able to pick up back. And I flubbed the dance real hard. I didn't end up getting in because my singing was not helping me at all. So I didn't get in my freshman year, but then I was playing tennis. So I didn't bother to audition for my sophomore year because the 2 seasons ran together. And I was like, well, I want to play tennis.
Yeah.
I can't do show choir. My junior year, that I was like, forget it. I want to do show choir so stinking bad. I will figure out the schedule later. I auditioned for my junior year. And while the audition was happening, again, I still hadn't learned how to sing very well. I had a couple friends give me pointers and everything, but I never really learned. So I, again, really had to depend on my dancing. I practiced my freaking butt off for that. And I noticed that during the rehearsals for it, the dance director was talking to the singing director. And I saw the dance director look at me, point at me, tell the singing director something, point at me again, shake his head yes. And then when I went in for the singing portion, I sang like 3 things. He was like, okay, you're good. The dance director had told the singing director, I don't care, I want her in it.
Wow.
I'm assuming that's what happened because again, I hardly sang anything and I couldn't really sing at all.
Yeah.
So I got in because of my dancing, I think.
Wow.
And then I was able to, because I was already in it, I kind of had already the in for my senior year. So I did it my junior and senior year and I absolutely freaking loved it. I would do it as an adult to this day if I could. I loved show choir. So cool. But now that I can actually learn to sing, but now I can't do it because I've never learned how to actually sing in front of people.
That's the next step. You need instead of public speaking class, you need a public singing class.
I can sing. I can start to legitimately sing if I'm with someone else. Like I can actually put my heart and soul and actually try.
Yeah.
If I'm singing with someone and just like, if I can ignore the fact that people might hear me.
But
singing solo, it's like people are only listening to you.
I get that.
Anyway.
Sing with Eric. He likes to sing.
Is he a good singer?
Yeah.
Yeah? That'd be fun. Maybe we can find an adult show choir around here. I'm not joking. He would
probably do it because he talks about the choir that he was in all the time.
I want to do
He's like, dude, we went to States. And I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah. Our show choir, the St. C singers, they were... Oh, it was Sweet Harmony. That was like the best of the best singers. That's what it was. It was St. C Singers was my show choir group. But anyway, Singers they won championship. They won a lot. But of course, the years that I got into it, they got a new director and the director was not good. And so we did not do very well. And I'll never forgive her for not calling people out on their rhythm because I was dancing next to this kid who was always a half beat behind. Always a single half beat. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I hate when you're at a concert or something and there's like the one song where they do like a let's clap. And then everybody wants to do like a dun, 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 dun. When you can feel how everybody's going one faster every time. You're like, no, slow down. You're not on beat. You know what I mean? Do you ever have that where you're like, everybody's going too fast because they want to do... You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a time and a place for that's usually sports.
No, that's sports. But when you're at a concert and they're doing a clap, and it feels like that's what everybody wants to do. Is everybody's like getting ahead of themselves.
I don't think I've ever been to a concert.
It stresses me out so bad. Everybody does it, and I look like I'm behind. And I'm like, no, I'm on beat. You guys just suck.
Did you see the thing that was going around, like the discussion between the 1 and 3 or the 2 and 4 beat?
Yeah, so that song or whatever.
For that Hillary Duff song or whatever. Still not understanding how anybody could hear a 1-3 and go for that instead of the 2-4. The beat is quite literally on 2-4.
There's like a drum, isn't there?
There's a drum on 2-4.
Yeah.
How are people not getting that? I mean, like I guess it's culturally different. Some cultures prefer the 1 and 3. American culture and American music usually goes for the 2-4. But like if the drum beat is quite literally on 2-4, what?
I thought it was on the drum beat. Yeah. So my mom and my sister and I are gonna go to Brooklyn next Thursday.
My friend lives there.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Who?
My friend Amy.
Amy?
Yeah.
That's my mom's name.
Different spelling.
Really?
Aimee.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I'll let her know you said that.
That's crazy spelling.
I forgot to text Amy happy birthday.
Ooh.
This is, I think, the first year since
Happy
we've
birthday,
been friends
Amy.
that I forgot to text her happy birthday.
That's okay.
Almost forgot yours.
How do you know my birthday?
You said it before.
And you just remembered it in your head?
I remembered it because it was, one, I got excited because I'm an idiot, and when you said it was March 4th, I was like, oh my God, that's Star Wars Day, but that's not. It's May 4th is Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, now I'm sad that it's not May 4th, and it said it's March 4th, but March 4th still works because it's like,
A
huzzah,
sentence. Yeah.
March 4th and
March 4th.
conquer, and I got really excited about that. So,
And if you put the year first, it's 2, 3, 4.
that's incredible.
Isn't that nice?
That's
I
awesome.
love my birthday. It's a perfect day. I have 2 birthdays. 2 days that I celebrate my birthday. Did I tell the story?
I kind of want to slap you.
It's not my fault. I didn't pick it, but every year I do think of it because when I lived with my aunt during quarantine, I had already had my birthday, but like everybody else was having their birthday, so they just celebrated my birthday one day. I just came downstairs and it was my birthday, and it was on March 5th. Not March 5th, sorry, May 5th,
Well, that's cool.
which is Cinco de Mayo.
Ayo.
But it was Cinco de Mayo Greso, and they made a banner. I'm not kidding. They made a banner that said Cinco de Mayo Greso, and we had like tacos and churros, and it was awesome.
That was my 25th birthday. We went to Columbus for a 21 Pilots concert. I was treating myself to it because I was like, it's my birthday. They're playing on my birthday. Of course I'm going to do that. So we traveled all the way down to Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
And it was originally just going to be me treating myself. But I was like, you know what? I have notoriously bad birthdays. I'm going to take a couple girlfriends. We're going to have a girls trip with it. Whatever. I wasn't expecting anything because, again, we were not home. We weren't doing anything. I went to the concert by myself.
Yeah.
They just happened to be hanging out with me while we were there, had an Airbnb, whatever. But they brought like a little happy birthday banner
That's
that
so
had
cute.
all of like Grogu and the Mandalorian stuff. They had plates and napkins and
cute.
everything. It was cute. It was very cute.
Oh, anyway, we're going to Brooklyn to see The Last Dinosaurs in concert next Thursday. What?
The Last Dinosaur?
I brought them up before. Remember, I was like, I have a new band. I'm not going to say who it is. And then I did say it. The Last Dinosaurs.
Okay. I'll remember your birthday. I just want to remember that.
Depending on how that goes, we should go to a concert in Brooklyn in May.
Okay.
Yeah?
Who are we going to see?
Vacation Manor.
Sure. I don't know who they are, but sure.
You would go?
100%.
I knew you would. I was talking to my sister about it, and I was like, well, depending on how this goes. I've never been to Brooklyn, and we're going to drive there because it's only like 4.5 hours. We were going to take a train, but it's like 7 hours. Surprisingly.
It's because of the transition thing they have to do.
But I guess that Brooklyn is actually like not crazy to drive in or anything. Like not like the city or whatever. You know
No,
what
it's
I mean? Like, yeah.
Isn't it a borough?
I didn't know.
What are the boroughs?
I don't know.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
But
I don't know.
anyway, I was talking to my sister. I was like, while I am very excited for this concert, like one that I would really love to see is Vacation Manor. But that venue is like, I don't know. It's like, I think it's like one of those venues that like has a bar in it. So like the concert is 21 up or yeah. But so I couldn't go with my sister, but I was like, Danielle might be crazy enough to go with me.
Live music is live music. It's a trip. It's an
It's
experience.
good. I think
yeah.
you would actually like it too. They're the ones that sent me that other copy of the
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
I think you would like their music. It's easy listening.
I
it's
like
very
any
good. The lyrics are
music.
cool. So
I pretty much like any music other than like screamo death metal.
it's not that at all.
I don't. I'm
It's
not
nice.
a huge
It's
fan
very
of rap.
pleasant.
Yeah. No, I'm a huge fan. Sure.
Never
Never heard them, but
and
I'm
it's
I'm
not
a fan.
even. It's not even very like because I sometimes listen to like heavy like I don't know heavy like synth or like electro pop or whatever. It's not that at all.
Yeah, I love it.
It's chill. It's
yeah.
very pleasant. And I would love to see them. And the tickets were like $17.
Oh heck
It's
yeah.
like that's so adorable.
My only thing is I usually am a control freak and I like to drive places, but New York, Brooklyn, anything like that, I don't care how easy. Nope, I will not drive there. The last time I drove anywhere toward New York. Me and my friend went to New Jersey, parked our car in a long-term parking place, took the ferry over to New York. I will not drive
That's a good
anywhere in
idea.
New York.
So do you want me to drive or you want to take a train?
That's totally up to you. Again, I'm fine. I like trains
We'll
because,
see.
again, it's an experience. But like you said, it's an additional 7 hours or a couple hours more.
Yeah.
But if you aren't in a rush and if you want to make an experience of it, if you want to chill, take a nap.
we'll see how this goes next week.
When are we
Because I'll
doing
probably
this,
be
May?
driving for some of it. May. It's late May. I want to say like.
May.
Let me look it up. Why don't I?
Yeah, just let me know because, like I said, I the beauty of owning my own business is I can do whatever I want whenever I want, which is why I want to become a snowbird. Go down and swim with some manatees over the winter. But yeah, I just need to block off my schedule, so let me know. But in other news, my turn again.
Go for it.
So I've been on a movie kick. Like I said, I want to go get some more movies and everything. And the couple that I would watch, I had watched the other day. Oddly enough, odd combination. I watched Chicken Run, and I've always loved that movie. But it was this 14th time that I've actually seen it. Bro, that movie is like a concentration camp for chickens.
Well,
The actual layout of all the chicken coops and like behind the barbed wire.
isn't that
fence
how it
and,
is though in real life?
I don't know, but this, like, the atmosphere of this movie was straight up concentration camp. And I was like, oh my God. Kind of brutal.
I don't really remember that movie.
I love it. It's great. But also that kind of sparked my thing because I watched Chicken Run and Short Term 12.
What's that?
Short Term 12 was like, I think, a film festival movie, but it has Brie Larson, Caitlin Dever, Rami Malek, Rami, whatever. He's in it. And it is one of my all-time favorite movies ever. It is hands down the best beginning, the best ending of any movie ever, period. Hands down, no argument. I was watching it with my mom, and my dad had walked in right towards the end. He didn't even know the rest of the movie, but he stood there and watched the ending of it. And as he's walking, he's like, that was a good ending.
Wow.
It is so
Interesting.
good. Absolutely love that. But I was thinking the difference between Chicken Run and Short Term 12, not just because one's animated, a children's movie, and one's a real life, pretty heart-wrenching movie, whatever. No, but I was thinking about the couples in movies, and it drives me crazy. If I was writing and directing a movie and I see that the on-screen couple has no chemistry, I'm scrapping the whole thing. As much as I love the movie Chicken Run, Rocky and Ginger, they have no chemistry.
Chickens?
Yeah.
And they don't have chemistry?
They have no chemistry.
Okay.
And they end up together. And then, of course, they come out with the sequel, Chicken
Is
Run.
this because of the voice actors or because of how the chickens look?
It's just like the writing of the chickens.
Oh, I see.
Like the personalities don't mesh.
I thought we were talking like if human actors don't have chemistry.
That too.
We were talking about claymation chickens.
It kind of sparked the initial idea of it. But no, I was thinking because the difference between that Rocky and Ginger have no chemistry, and then I go over to Short Term 12 and Brie Larson's character, Grace, and her on-screen boyfriend, fiance, whatever, Mason, amazing chemistry. Amazing chemistry. But then I was thinking of a couple other movies, and I was like, do they have... I'm like, no, they said... You know what movie? Actually, it's fantasy as well. But I was thinking about, like, Avatar.
Okay.
James Cameron's Avatar. The two main characters... Neytiri and Jake. The two...
There's chemistry right there.
No, there's not chemistry. There's like the whole movie is like this 3-hour-long movie.
Also too long. I've seen it one time.
They're good movies, though.
I fell asleep at the end. I don't know how
they're good.
it ends.
And then the Way of Water is actually so visually appealing, and that's why it's so long.
That's what I've heard.
The plot didn't have to be that long, but it was just emphasizing the visual beauty of it, which I really actually enjoyed. But either way, Jake and Neytiri, they don't have very good chemistry. Once all the craziness is said and done and they're just a couple, nah.
No?
Mm-mm.
Are you familiar with Milo Manheim? Right.
I love him.
That's all I had to say.
He is in the new play on something Broadway.
Yeah, Little Shop of Horrors.
Sure, with
You don't know
Liz Gillies?
You don't know Little Shop of Horrors?
No,
horrors.
I don't know, but
You
he's
don't know
with.
it?
But he's with Liz.
It's very
Gillies.
famous.
I don't know it.
I had to watch
we're
it in
gonna have
high
to go.
school. I don't like that musical. It's very bad. It's very bad.
Oh, but
Okay,
he's in it
so
with Liz Gillies. Is
Yeah,
that
no,
how you
she-
say it? Gillies?
Gillies. So the premise is that Seymour is just like this dude, and then there's like a plant, and then it eats everybody. But the girl, the
You
love
know what?
interest, she talks like this
Oh no.
the whole time. She's
Okay,
like,
but do you think
"Seymour."
that
They usually have the actress do that voice.
no? I'm saying, do you think they'll have good chemistry, Milo and Liz?
She's a lot older than him. He's okay.
He's just a baby.
His birthday was on the 6th of March, and he's only 24.
You know whose birthday it was recently?
Mine.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And I saw a video, and he was
When
so
was
cute.
that?
He was so precious. March.
Man, so many good
Couple days
Pisces
ago.
people.
He's so precious.
But
I just
she's
adore him.
got to be like almost 40, right? Or am I
I don't
tripping?
know. Did you know that he is a nepo baby?
I did. Did you know that his mom was a sign language interpreter before she was an actress?
Yeah.
I did. I did know
But
that.
I like somebody mentioned that he's doing a really good job when most people don't realize that he's a nepo baby. He really is
Yeah, I had
going
no
in
idea.
on his work.
But I did know about her before I knew about him.
I only saw her in a clip of some criminal show. She had to come in and interpret.
Mm-hmm. She seems very cool.
I
They
do.
both are very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. But I was like, so, okay, you know Pretty Woman?
No.
Pardon?
What are we talking about? What
The
is
movie
that?
Pretty Woman with
No.
Julia Roberts,
No.
Richard Gere. Bro.
I've heard of it. I feel like I've seen the Netflix title.
It is the classic of all. But the point is that Julia Roberts and Richard Gere had so much chemistry in Pretty Woman that they tried to make another rom-com or
Which
some
one's
kind
Julia Roberts? The other one I don't like?
probably.
Probably.
She is a very divisive actress as far as like people either love her or hate her.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else was she in? What else was she in?
Is she the one who's in like Wonder?
She is in so much, and I literally am going brain dead. I cannot.
Who's 13
think.
going on 30?
No, that's Jennifer Garner. Cannot
I
stand
don't
her.
like either of them.
I don't like
I
Jennifer
think.
Garner.
They have the same energy to me.
I like Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts was in Steel Magnolias.
What's that? We have to end this. What time are we even at?
I am. We're having a movie marathon.
Let me
because,
live
oh
under
my
my
God.
rock.
No, not
and
about
it's
Pretty
warm
Woman and
under
Steel
here.
Magnolias. You were not. No,
It's
no,
warm.
no. Cold Day in Hell. When I let it go by that you don't know Pretty Woman or Steel Magnolias. This is insanity to me.
I can
Either
just
way,
see
what
the
was I talking
like
about?
title cards go by on my Netflix.
Either way,
Next.
they had so much
Next.
chemistry in Pretty Woman
Don't
that they
want it.
tried to make another one and it did not work.
Good.
Yeah. Either way, but I'm just saying, if the main characters don't have chemistry, you scrap the whole project, and that's why they have chemistry reads before they start into it. But if your movie is not going well and like something about the writing, something about the set, something's not working, stop making the movie. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know if Milo Manheim and Liz Gillies will have chemistry.
he seems so charismatic. I think he can get away with it.
I think he will get away with it. I don't know about her.
Yeah.
Not that in that musical that it is like very like romantic. I don't, from what I remember, like for most of the musical they are not together. Like that's kind of the goal. But I
I
don't remember.
think Milo Manheim and then also Jeremy. No, not Jeremy. Jordan Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Fisher, I feel like also is one of those guys that has so much riz, so much charisma that he has chemistry with like probably anyone, and that he is a good enough actor to be able to fit any situation to create that chemistry with anybody.
Yeah.
Some people just straight up their energy just does not mesh with other people.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was just my thought while I was watching movies. And now I because I watch on a projector and I don't have internet, I can't use my laptop. Why am I talking with my hands so much? Oh my gosh.
Whatever.
But I need more DVDs. So, but I do. I want Pirates of the Caribbean. I want the Puss in Boots movies. I kind of want a couple of the Barbie movies.
Love Barbie movies.
Love Barbie.
I want like a cool DVD holder case display that spins around or something.
I don't have a spinning one, but I have 2 towers that they're on a slant and it's a little wobbly.
Want CDs too. Why? I just got my iPod Nano.
I saw, and it's a very vibrant green. I love that.
It is. It is not the like lime green. It's a darker green, and it's got a little camera on it. I was like not expecting that, but it's got a camera, and it's got like games on it. Like that is way more advanced than I thought it was gonna be. But I love it.
Which version do you have?
The 5th generation.
I was gonna say that's not an early one.
No, all the batteries from the early ones are dead by now.
Like exploded.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, but I can't wait to put my music on it.
Well, then we have lots of media things that we need to do. We need to catch up with
our podcast. I have my old laptop. I don't know if you remember it. I was using it when I was at OCC somehow. I don't know how I'd power it up every day because now I haven't even tried it. But it is so thick and so old. I got it when I was in 8th grade, and at that point, it was probably 10 years old.
Wow.
And it's been 10 years since then almost. So it's very old, but before I had Spotify, which I got only a few years ago, I would just literally Google the words YouTube to MP3 conversion, and then I would go on YouTube, find the songs I wanted, download an MP3 file, and then plug my phone into my laptop, and then I would listen to them that way, or with my old MP3 player. And I miss that mindset I was in. I don't know what it is like about having limited access to music, but you just listen to what you have and you just enjoy it so much more. I feel like...
Well, I was going to say the limitedness makes you have to appreciate it a little bit more.
Because the music I listen to nowadays, there's so much of it. And I'm like, I don't even know this song. Like, the way I used to know songs when I was in like middle school or high school, I would listen to them hundreds of times. I could basically rewrite the song myself at that point. And nowadays, I'm like, I know the lyrics and that's about it. Barely. So I just want to like, I don't know, appreciate songs more. I'm kind of also craving nostalgia. And I would like to get all of the music off of that laptop before it actually explodes.
Well, it's also probably better to have a more structured thing like that, just because like we talked about before, the fact that I have 400 some songs in a playlist on Spotify, but I'm only ever listening to the same 15 of them, and I'm so sick of it. And I don't realize that it's only playing like I hit shuffle and you think it's gonna shuffle and it doesn't.
We'll see how the shuffle shuffles on that shuffle.
I think the shuffling on that shuffle should shuffle a little bit better than the shuffle that's happening on the shuffle, so-called shuffle on Spotify.
It came with a charger and the charger's about to explode. It's so funny.
I'm looking at the port for the charger.
Huge.
It's so big, yeah.
It came with one, which is I greatly appreciate, but it is held together by tape and started falling apart when I tried to take it out. So I was like,
that's hilarious.
My work has like one that's got like 3. It's got like that, and then like the, I don't know if it's a C or it's got like 3 different ones, so I might just get a new one for it. But
I'm excited. You'll have to let me see your playlist and actually,
dude, go listen to Vacation Manor. They're so good.
Okay. And yeah, we're gonna figure out that trip, and maybe we'll have a fun concert story to tell everybody.
Going on trips.
Well, it can be a 1-2 day kind of thing.
That's what we're doing next week. We're leaving the day of the concert. We're staying for one night and we're leaving the next day.
Yeah, that's.
But I don't even really want to do it.
Well, don't step on, or what's it called? Don't rain on my parade. I want to do it.
You want to do it?
I like doing that. I
don't like going away from my house.
I don't like going away for long stints. In places where my routine is in upheaval. If I'm going somewhere long enough to settle into a new routine and a new space, and that's why I'm trying to get into the mindset, if I go down to Florida for a couple months, it'll be long enough where I'll be able to settle into this space and establish a new routine, which I'm fine with. But if it's like a 1 week thing where it's like you have not enough time to settle into your new routine, so you're just for a 1 week stint, you're just in upheaval, hate it. I would rather be home.
I think I'm more easily thrown off. Like my body will know. Like if I'm in a car for like a couple hours, my body's like, "Wait,
it's happening.
This isn't normal.
What's happening?
What are we doing? What are we doing?" And then I'm sore from sitting down. Okay.
Yeah, butt sores.
I hate it. Pressure sores. Whatever.
Dude, the demon in my butt is trying to escape through my uterus. It hurts. It hurts.
Good
Being
Lord.
a woman is so much fun. I gotta curl
Isn't
up in
that
a ball.
called what's it called?
A what?
Hemorrhoids?
Hemorrhoids?
Is that what that is when you poop and you're on your period and it's awful?
No.
That's something different?
That's something different. I mean, people call it your period poops. You can get hemorrhoids at
It's
any
like your
time.
poop is sharp. I think that's what it is.
Okay, that's not period restrictive though. That's not only on your period. If you have bowel issues and you're forcing it
I was
out.
just thinking about your bowel issues the
No,
other
so
day.
hemorrhoids are inflamed nerve endings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what this is?
No, I have period cramps.
No, I'm talking about myself.
Oh, is your poop sharp? Does it feel
No,
sharp
it feels sharp though when I'm on my period.
when you're on your period? Okay, maybe you do have period
Period
dependent
hemorrhoids?
hemorrhoids.
That's gotta be a thing. I swear that's gotta be
I
a
think
thing.
that's a thing. That's
It
not
has
what
to
I was
be.
talking about. I was just talking about
The
the demon in my butt. That is the the
You know,
IBS.
You
and
know,
the
the demon
Crohn's,
in my butt.
the colitis. I don't know
Junior.
what I got. Yeah, my demon is called Junior. What is
You
this?
can call me Junior.
And on that note, folks, we
Are
will
we?
talk.
I don't even know what time it is.
Too long. We've gone too long.
All right,
That's
thanks
it,
for
folks.
listening. We're gonna go to Soundgarden and get some CDs, DVDs, vinyl records. I don't know.
Go get your spud. Go check out what spud you are on auroragift.com. Check out all of them. They are so cute. This is not sponsored. I really wish it was.
Sponsor us. If
I
you're
really,
listening.
really wish Aurora would answer me as far as the email that I sent them about Gonk Pom Pals. Please get back to me about that. You'd make a fortune. All of your stuffed animals are incredible. I'm going to go on and on about them again. We'll talk at you next time.
What should I want to request one. You guys should make blade of grass.
You're restricted. No, you're done. You're done.
My
Strike
freedom-
that from the record,
my freedom
folks.
of speech. No, my freedom of speech.
Strike that from the record. We're out of here, folks.
Bye.
Bye.